Hey guys, welcome to Canadian Nerd Talks. As you can see, we've changed up the set. We've also changed up the format a bit, but I'm still here, Stefan Hicks-Rubel, the host of Canadian Nerd Talks till I die. Today we will be debating Ant-Man. This episode of Canadian Nerd Talks, at least, will be a debate episode, and we will be debating Marvel's new movie, Ant-Man. We've got two people, two sides of the argument, and we're going to find out, is Ant-Man good? I haven't seen it yet, so hopefully this persuades me one way or the other. Before we start, shout out to Harry Shearer. Thank you for coming back to The Simpsons, and you're welcome for giving you the idea. I know you watched our past episode, and you realized that The Simpsons is not the same without you. So obviously, we made it happen. So good job, guys, and thank you, Harry Shearer, and you're welcome, the world.
Hey, I'm Mike. You've seen me before on the Harry Shearer episode.
And I'm Simon. This is my first time here. Well, I read a bunch of comics and I watched Ant-Man.
All right, on this new Canadian Nerd Talks, we have one topic, and that is Ant-Man, and we have one question, and that is Ant-Man a good movie? We have two people. We have Mike over here in the light side. He is arguing that Ant-Man, yes, is indeed a good film. We have Simon over there in the dark, negative Nancy. He is arguing that Ant-Man, you know what, guys, not so good. So this is how we're going to do things. Mike will make his opening arguments as to why he loves Ant-Man. Simon will offer his rebuttal, and then we'll switch it around. All right? So let's do it. Mike, to start, Ant-Man, why do you like it?
To me, the strongest selling point of Ant-Man would have to be the relationships that happen within the movie. There's a lot of father-daughter relationships, as well as father-son relationships. With the father-daughter relationships, you have relationships like Hank Pym and his daughter Hope. That's a relationship that actually progresses throughout the entire film, where they don't start off on the best of terms, most likely because of what happened to her mother. But as the movie progresses, she starts to understand why her father would treat her the way that he did, why he wasn't exactly around all the time. And then another strong one was Scott Lang, Paul Rudd's character, and his daughter Casey, where you have this dynamic of a guy who's been in and out of jail because he's a burglar, and he doesn't do the best things all the time, but he has this daughter, and the actress that plays the daughter is so cute. You see her and instantly she's just adorable. She's like missing front teeth and everything else like that, like as a kid does, you know, but she's absolutely adorable, and as soon as you see them and their dynamic together, you're like, okay, I get his motivation for why he wants to do this, why he wants to try to make the world better and help out Hank on this heist adventure that they go through.
Simon from the dark side, who absolutely hated Ant-Man.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
Terrible.
Simon, what would you say was the number one weakest part about this film, and why you're fighting against it right now?
Well, actually, I feel like this is the weakest part to all Marvel movies, really, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me, is that the villains themselves, like, name me a villain from Marvel that you like other than Loki.
Green Goblin.
Yeah, are we keeping it in the cinematic in the Marvel Disney cinematic universe, or can we reach out?
Oh, then Darth Maul is great.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. I see. You guys have a point, but with the 12 movies in the Marvel universe, other than Loki, written by Kenneth Branagh, a Shakespearean playwright, author type of
in the movie.
I'm with you on that. The villains in the MCU are pretty bland.
Well, not so much. I wouldn't say bland, just that they aren't used to their full potential. They aren't. Some of them wasted, like Malekith, totally wasted.
I'll agree on that. They are wasted in a sense, but at the same time, they're set up. They're set up for this larger picture that we have waiting at the end of the wonderful nerdiness rainbow, which is Thanos. He's the big bad that we've been waiting for. Sure, he's been sitting on a floating rock couch that you can see in Guardians of the Galaxy for majority of the time, but he is the big bad that everyone's kind of leading up to, that the Avengers aren't even quite aware of, and he's there, and he's seeping through the cracks, and he's manipulating things all around.
But hold on. But okay, say that we don't read comics. We're the just regular audience, right? We don't know anything about this strange purple guy that comes up at the end of the movies, right? Like all he does is, all we see him do is turn around, smile and laugh, talk to Ronan in Guardians of the Galaxy, and put on like a glove. We haven't exactly seen why he's such a terrible person. Like obviously we know because
we do know because he's after the stones. He's after those Infinity Stones, and we've seen the first stone, which is the Tesseract, and then we saw the other stones, the Ether, and after you saw the other stone in Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's after these stones that can just crush worlds, and now at the end of Age of Ultron, you saw him finally get the one thing that can hold those stones together. So right now the stakes are high because he has the one thing that can hold those stones that no one else can hold, and he wants to collect all, what is there, like 6, 7 of them or something like that. So I believe it is there. Even though like you're not a comic fan, you may not know them by name or by reference, you do know that there is this guy collecting the most devastating things in the galaxy, and he almost has them. The character Darren Cross, who is the villain of the movie, I do not believe Darren Cross is weak whatsoever. I feel like he was a strong villain. He was a strong opponent, even because the stakes weren't as high as saving the world. They were about stealing this suit and making sure that no one has basically the power of a god, and that's what Darren Cross was harnessing, the power of a god with the yellow jacket suit, a suit that has powers like Ant-Man, that is able to shrink and grow, but also has devastating weaponry on it as well, where you can see within his plans in the movie that he wanted to sell it to the military and weaponize it so every soldier would have a yellow jacket soldier.
So you're saying the villain made sense in the context of the film?
Villain, yes.
I understand that this is a popcorn film, and you are there meant to sit down and like enjoy it and whatever. And yes, it is enjoyable, but it goes up to a degree where, you know, there's 12 films out, right? There's 12 films, 12 different, well, actually, no, 11 different villains. 10 different villains? 10 different villains, or something like that. And most of those villains are so throwaway, right? And they have so much lore, so much potential from the original source material that they couldn't keep them around, or they couldn't build them up a little bit by inserting them into like different mediums or different there's just so much that they could do with it, but then they end up just kind of giving them one-dimensional personality and then just throwing them away.
All right, guys, let's move on to closing remarks. Mike, in one sentence, why should I see Ant-Man?
You should see Ant-Man because it is, above all, a heist film with very comical, comedic presence within it, and it's overlaid with a superhero drop on top of it. So you're getting a heist film, you're getting comedy, and you're getting the flashy superhero stuff you always wanted. And it is part of the Marvel universe. It is giving you, and because it has those comedic elements to it, it's also kind of giving more light to everything that's going to be happening in the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with things coming up. I think the next movie is Civil War, which you're going to get your two iconic characters bashing into each other.
Simon, why should I not see Ant-Man?
Oh, I don't know about not watching it because it is an enjoyable film.
Wait a minute.
What?
You actually like Ant-Man?
Yeah. I was tricking you.
I guess I should see Ant-Man then. I guess that's the
But
consensus.
no, if you watch Ant-Man, just know that you aren't going for anything outstanding. It's it is, by its heart, a good heist film. You will get all the stats from a superhero film that you would expect from that kind of genre, but there will be glaring things that you notice about it if you pay too much attention.
Fair enough. I think I'll check it out. But if I don't like it, Mike?
It has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me whatsoever.
Harry Shearer is going to leave The Simpsons.
All over again. Got to make a new episode.
If you, our viewers, enjoyed this conversation, you should check out our new SoundCloud page. You can find the link below. And we're going to continue this, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about spoilers and stuff. We're just going to go all out. So check out the full-length podcast version of Canadian Nerd Talks, and make sure you tune in next time. I'm Stefan Hicks-Rubel. Thanks to Mike and Simon. Thank you to Harry Tarantula on the Transmedia Zone. And yeah, check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and etc. Bye-bye.